So if you're able to get through all 4 labs, congratulations. It took me a little bit of figuring to get all that to work. But now that we have the infrastructure set up, I want to do another demonstration of the VNet peering. So I'm going to go in here to our resource groups, and you can see we've got our very well labeled resource groups. And what in the AZ Fundo 1 is a Linux Web Nginx server. And then in the mixed VM group is also an Ubuntu Nginx Linux web server and the Windows 2019 IIS web server. And so we're going to peer that with this AZ Fundo 2 network and then access the web pages by their local IP addresses instead of their public IP addresses. So we're going to go into the AZ Fundo 2 server group, find the VNet, and we actually already have one peering set up from lab 2, and it goes to the other Windows server so that we could test the PS remoting. So we're going to add another peer. We're going to call this the mixed remote. And then we'll find the mixed VM subnet. And then we want to check these 2 boxes to allow the mixed VNet to access the server VNet and to also receive forwarded traffic from the server VNet. And then there's also a remote peer. Where the server VNet will access the mixed VMnet, and it needs to be able to receive the forwarded traffic from the mixed VM VNet. So these other 2 options, they are if you plan on using a virtual network gateway to create a VPN connection between the VNets. So a good example for that is if you had a VNet in 2 separate tenants, you could use a virtual network gateway and then make the VPN connection between the VNets. Since these VNets are in the same tenant, we can just check these 2 boxes and do the basic peering. So I'm going to click Add, and the peerings, they generate pretty quickly. Excellent. And so now we're going to do the same thing, but to the Ubuntu. So we'll find the Fundo 01, Ubuntu Web 01. Check the 2 boxes, make the local peer. And now we have all of our peers set up. So peers are not transitive, so if you peer to one network and that's peered to another network, you can't access the 3rd network from the 1st network. You have to have the direct peering from VNet to VNet. So we are going to go into the AZ Fun group into our win-server 2022-01, grab its public IP address, and we're going to remote into him. Oops. Okay, so this server is on the 172.16 network. Its IP address is 172.16.0.4. But now that we've set up the VNet peering, we can access the Linux server by its private IP address rather than its public IP address. And then it's the same for the Windows server. So it's on the 172.40.0.4. And so here is the Windows 2019 Data Center server. And then I think 0.5 is the other. I thought it was the other Linux server. Check that. So we'll go into the mixed group and network, connected devices. We want this one. Yes, .5, 40.5. Okay, it just took a second for it to load. So here, that's the wrong. Oh, excuse me, this is 172. Sorry about that. Okay, and then now this is Ubuntu Web 02.